Your company is not the reason people trust you. You are. Your name is everything. People trust you, your story, your point of view, your lived experience, the words coming out of your mouth. And that's the second big transformation I see after my ONLY Statement audits. People come in leading with the company. We got the program, the product, we got the framework, maybe the tool, got a website, got a logo, got an offer, and the fancy name they spent 19 hours trying to get ChatGPT to make sound less weird. And listen, I get it. It feels safer to lead with the thing. It feels more professional. It feels cleaner. It feels like, let me tell you about the company, or let me tell you about the product, or let me tell you about the platform, or even better yet, let me tell you about our proprietary blah, 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 blah. No, I'm already asleep. I mean, I'm not right now, but I would be. And I'm trying not to be nice. I mean, I'm trying to be nice or not nice, because here's the thing. The company matters, right? That product matters. The program matters. The offer matters. But most of the time, those things are not the trust. You are. Your company may hold all of this, but you're the reason people believe it. That's the shift that people make. Before the audit, we all talk about my company, my product, my title, my program, all the things. But after a one-on-one audit, you say, here's why I'm the person to guide you through this. That's very different. And this is where a lot of smart founders and experts get stuck, because you build something real, you care about it, you've got a mission, a product, a service, a framework, you have a thing that can help people. So naturally, you think the thing should lead. But your audience doesn't trust the thing first. They trust you, the person who helps them understand why the thing matters. That's you. Your name, your voice, your story, the words coming out of your mouth. And this came up in a real audit. The transformation that I'm about to tell you is real. Ava came in building an AI education brand for families and schools. And she had a lot. She had a company, she had a family AI game plan, a student AI game plan. She had school speaking opportunities. Parents were a huge audience for her. Schools were a credibility path. She did Facebook Lives. She had lots of ideas for TikTok, and she was a thought leader on LinkedIn. She had a possible annual back-to-school AI conversation that she was going to develop. She had a mission to help families, students, and schools talk about AI before everybody panics and starts making rules that nobody understands. Which, by the way, sounds exactly like what happens because AI in schools right now feels like a middle school dance. Everybody's in the room. Nobody knows what to do with their hands. The kids are already using it. And the parents are confused. The teachers are exhausted. The schools are trying to write policies. And somewhere in the corner, ChatGPT is just standing there going, hey guys, I can help you with the playlist. That's the world this woman was stepping into. And she had the goods. She had real credibility. She had a product, a real mission. She already had speaking opportunities. She had a reason that mattered. But as I listened, I kept feeling this one thing. That company, she was talking about the company was leading the product, the game plan, the topic, and she was slightly behind it. And not because she lacked credibility, not because she lacked story, definitely not because she lacked heart. And it actually was the opposite of all that. She had so much of it, but she was letting the thing she built stand in front of the person who built it. That's the problem, because the company can explain the what. But Ava explains the why. The company can say, we help families create an AI game plan. Great, useful, important. But Ava can say, I know parents are scared right now. I know schools are overwhelmed. I know kids are already using these tools, whether adults are ready or not. And I believe the answer is not fear. The answer is better conversation. Now I'm listening. See the difference? The product gives me the tool. The person gives me the reason to care. That's the transformation. It's not throw away the company. No, we still have the company. We still have the product. The game plan stays. All the speaking stays, the event idea that she had stayed, the mission stayed, everything. But now those things have the right job. They support the guide. They don't replace the guide. That's the line. They support the guide. They do not replace the guide. And I think a lot of founders need to hear that because you're hiding behind the thing you built. And I say that with love, mostly, but also with a little bit of, come on, let's go. Because if you're the person with the story, the lived experience, the point of view, the belief, the scars, the proof, and the actual words that make people feel seen, why are you making the company do all the work? That's like hiring a marching band and then asking them to whisper. No, definitely not. Let the thing do what it does best and let you do what only you can do. The company can deliver the product, the program can deliver the process, the tool can deliver the next step, but you deliver the trust. You deliver the belief, the human connection, the reason someone says, I want to hear more from her. I want to work with him. I trust this person. They get me. That's what people buy. And I know. Some of you are already arguing with me in your head. You're saying, but Brad, I don't want it to be about me. Good. It shouldn't be about you, but it probably needs to come through you. And that's a big difference. It's not about you, but it comes through you. And that's what I had to say to Ava. And it is what I've had to learn myself, because for more than 20 years, I was behind the scenes. I worked in television. I developed shows. I helped make other people memorable. The show was the brand, the network, the talent was the face, and I was behind the machine. And so when I stepped into my own business, my instinct was not, everybody look at me. No, my instinct was offer, framework, here's the thing, here's the workshop, here's the program. But people were not just responding to the thing, they were responding to my story, my point of view, my TV background, my midlife entrepreneurial chapter, my $2 bill story, my belief that your name, your voice, your story, and your difference matter more now than ever. That was the trust. The product was the next step. And that's what I want you to understand. Your name is not ego. Your name's access. Your name is how people find the trust. Your name is how they remember the message. Your name is how they repeat your story. Your name is how they say to someone else, you need to talk to her. You need to listen to him. You need this person. Not, you need to check out that very professional sounding company with the clean logo and 4 drop-down tabs. Nobody says that unless they're trapped in a networking group and have lost the will to live. That got a little dark, and I'm sorry. People say names. They say, call Brad, watch Ava, talk to Sarah, go follow Marcus. You need to hear what she said. That's how trust spreads, through people, names, words, stories, moments. That's why your name is everything. And if you're building a company, I want you to hear this clearly. Your company does not get weaker when you lead it. It gets stronger because now there's a human being attached to it. There's a reason, there's a story, there's a point of view, there's a face, there's a voice. There's somebody brave enough to stand in front and say, this is what I believe. This is who I help. This is why it matters. This is why I built this. This is why I'm the person to guide you. That's powerful. And that's what we're looking for inside the Only Statement Audit. The process starts at findyouronly.app, and that's the front door, findyouronly.app. You answer 8 questions in under 8 minutes. It's all free. Those questions start pulling the clues out of your head. What do you do? Who do you help? What do people come to you for? What have you lived that shaped how you work? What makes your approach different? What part of your story might be the thing you keep brushing off? Then book the 1-hour statement audit. Only statement audit, that's one-on-one, and that's where we look underneath the company. Not just what's the offer, but why you? Not just what is the product, but what made you build it? Not just what does the program do, but what do people trust you? What do people trust you for before they even understand the program? And it's not just what is the company name, but what does your name mean in the room? And that's the work, because sometimes the company is strong, but the founder is still hiding. And I don't mean hiding in a dramatic way. You're not under a table, hopefully. I mean, you're letting the company speak when your voice should speak first. You're letting the product explain when your story should open the door. You're letting the offer lead when your point of view should lead. And then you wonder why people understand the thing but do not feel connected to it. That's the gap. Understanding is not the same as trust. Understanding is not the same as trust. And I can understand what you sell and still not care. I can understand the product and still not remember it. And I can still understand your framework and still not share it. But when I trust the person behind it, now we got something. Now I remember. Now I lean in. Now I tell someone else. And that's the $2 bill. And with Ava, once we shifted that, the entire brand made more sense. The AI education company was not gone. The game plan was not gone. School speaking that she did was not gone. The parent content was not gone. But now the order was different. Ava leads. Her point of view leads. Her story leads. And most importantly, her name leads. Then everything else supports. The company, the product, the speaking. Speaking builds authority. The content spreads the message. Events can become the bigger movement. That's the transformation from here is the thing I built to here's the person you can trust to guide you through the thing you're facing. And that's what I want for you. Because if you're a founder, an expert, a consultant, speaker, coach, real estate investor, a health professional, an AI educator, a service provider, whatever, and you keep hiding behind the company name, the product name, the program name, the offer name, you may be making it harder for people to trust you. Because people want the person. They want the reason. They want the story. They want the words coming out of your mouth. They want to know, do you see me? Do you understand my problem? Have you lived something that gives you the right to guide me? Do you have a point of view? Do I believe you? Do I remember you? That's what your company cannot answer on its own. You have to answer that. And after the audit, that becomes part of the deliverable. Not just, hey, you should show up more, because that's not helpful. It's like telling someone just to be confident. Great, thank you, fortune cookie. Actually, you never get fortune cookies, right? We've had this conversation before. Now, the deliverable you get gives you the words and the moves. You get your only statement, you get variations of that only statement, the thread of your brand, some key stories that you need to lead, some language that your ideal client has, your direction for your content, platform language depending on the platform you post on, your next moves, that very next day, that Monday. What do you say? What do you post? What story needs to come forward? What should the company stop carrying alone? What should your name start carrying? That's the work. So if you've been leading with the company or the program, the tool, the product, the framework, and you're sick of me saying framework, and deep down you know people need to hear from you, my direction to you is simple. Go to findyouronly.app. It's findyouronly.app. It's 8 questions, under 8 minutes. Did I mention? It's free. Yep, it's free. Get the clues out of your head and then book the 1-hour only statement audit if you want help figuring out what part of your story needs to stand in front of the thing you built. Because your company is not the reason people trust you. You are. Your name is everything. And if you know a founder hiding behind the company, the product, program, when their name should be leading the room, please send this to them. Seriously, send it lovingly. Maybe say, I say this with love, but we need more of you in this. That's friendship. And if this hits home, tell me in the comments, what have you been hiding behind? Company, your program, your product, or the logo you spent way too much time picking with that color that you probably changed right after you chose that color. So go to findyouronly.app. That's findyouronly.app. Find Your Only. 8 questions under 8 minutes. It's all free. Be the only. Be the $2 bill.